Well, we're up here on top of the world, and what I'm trying to do is show you how big this territory is. You know, and people keep telling me, oh, Sasquatch can't exist because man knows every nook and cranny of the world. No. This area is so big and so wide that there's people that have come up in here and disappeared forever. You know, and now you can kind of see why. I'm standing right at the altitude where the tree line is. In other words, where the trees quit growing. And I can do a 360-degree look all the way around. And as far as you can see, it's wild territory. Very few roads. And it's very rugged. Now let's take a look at some statistics. Okay, say there are probably 10,000 deer in this area that we can see, and probably 9,000 elk. That's just a guesstimate. But you take a look at how many footprints you see and how many times you see them, and you begin to realize that spread over this large of an area, you can go days without finding elk or deer. Now let's consider the case of Bigfoot. Let's narrow that down to maybe a dozen of them being in the area, this large of an area. How long do you think it would take for you to locate one of them or to see one of them? Your odds have dramatically increased that you will not see them. There is a good chance that you never will see them. However, there are ways and methods to increase your chances. And I've talked about the four criteria that the Bigfoot needs in order to thrive. Now, I'm not talking survive, I'm talking thriving. That means where they actually can grow children and live safely. So, in order to thrive, they need plenty of good water, plenty of food, both vegetable and meat. They need a forest to be able to hide in, and they need the lack of man. Now you may be lucky enough to have a Bigfoot or a couple of them hanging around your backyard, your wooded backyard, but these are not really, they're basically in survival mode. This is not a place where they can actually thrive. They will be seeking a place to thrive. So basically, finding a place that meets the four criteria, you greatly increase your odds of being able to find a Bigfoot. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's Bigfoot there, but it's a good possibility. Okay, say you found a place that meets the four criteria, and it looks like a pretty good place for a Bigfoot. So, do you go out there and chase them and hunt them? The answer is no. They have postcards, they're very intelligent, they know the land upside down. You will probably still never see them. Therefore, in order to be successful at researching Bigfoot, you need to attract their attention. Chasing them is futile. You need to let them come to you on their terms. In other words, you have to tweak their interest. Now, if you remember part one of this series, I spotted something that jumped up and ran away from me, and we jumped in the cat and circled around the road real quick to try to cut it off before it crossed the road. Well, Bruce Kelly, one of our YouTube viewers and Facebook followers, was able to find a face watching us from a distance, and here it is. You can even see its ears. The picture was good enough quality that I kind of recognized the eyes, the nose, and the forehead, and it struck me that I needed to go back to my Bigfoot face database and look for likenesses. Well, I found a face that resembles this one, and it appears to be possibly its father.